Outlaws over to Matt Gilbronson. Down the sideline to Stonehouse. Stonehouse looking deep, thinks better of it. But a hand block by Greg Martin. Stonehouse wanted that. He's not going to get the foul, and Greg Martin now has the disc.
Good defensive play there from Philadelphia to get it back early without getting a big, long field to work all the way up against.
James Pollard on the doorstep. Oh, floats it to Jordan Ryan. I cannot believe that worked.
Return.
Adam O'Donnell back to Komire on the sideline, looking deep, but nobody's there.
That's a nice little pass.
O'Donnell all the way across now. And a wide open Phil Turner in the end zone. Back to Damiano. Philadelphia struggling to get it off that line. Finally finds Jordan Ryan, who looks deep for James Pollard, unmarked. And James will reel it in the end zone. I don't know what happened there, Dusty. Double team stops that deep throw. Nate Little has it on the sideline. He's looking deep now for Mike Arcata again. Arcata on Phil Turner. And it's too close to the back. Phil Turner able to get the D up to Ryan Polos.
Working out of a split stack here. They've got an isolated deep
Eli
receiver.
Park going deep to Stonehouse. Stonehouse able to come underneath and gets it. Keith McRae searching. Finds Polos. Out to Kevin J. It's going to be another jump ball. Mike Arcata lays out, but Kevin J. able to grab the disc.
Looking to pick up people in different zones.
Brandon Pastor on the sideline keeps working it up to Sean Mott. Sean Mott looking deep now for James Pollard. That's going to blade right over to him. And James Pollard, only one looking at the disc, finds it, puts it for Matt Hanna, who's able to clap catch it and scores.
Second one, good defensive effort from him.
Matt Esser, big hammer off the double team on the sideline. Nate Little and Oscar Stonehouse. Nate Little corrals the disc. Stonehouse definitely got his hand on it, but Nate Little, presence of mind to keep it in play. Back to Scott Heyman. Paul Owens, Matt Esser, Paul Owens streaking up line, and Nate Little unmarked in the end zone, rewarded for his incredible play. Matt Esser threw the hammer to Nate Little. Matt Esser throws the assist to Nate Little, and the Phoenix notch another break.
They definitely get him right back involved in the play here. As we're gonna now that they've settled in, Toronto's got to find a way to put some pressure here. Double team on the mark. That's a good start.
Ooh, a huck from Scott Heyman. I did not think that would hang there for Colin Messino, but it does. 25 seconds left, now 20.
Philadelphia's running really hard downfield to little effect right now.
Dmitry Suvorov with the disc, the SUV. Dustin Damiano has it.
About 10 seconds left here.
James Pollard putting it into the end zone for Greg Martin, and Greg Martin doesn't have to make a play on it as that one falls into his lap for the goal. To Phil Turner, tough to throw that reset. Turner to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking deep, that's going to be a huck. Trefillis is in the area. Trefillis versus Wilkie Lewis, and Wilkie Lewis rises above the competition. What a sensational grab.
It went up to get that off the top shelf for us. It seemed like Philadelphia was going to have a better opportunity for a block there with two defenders in the area. Maybe they don't want to test that matchup unless they have to.
Stonehouse is one of the few people that you feel like he's got height. Brandon Pastor able to stay with the disc. He reels it in. That was a good D by Eli Park. And another wide open throw to James Pollard. Unmarked, but he's been good with the disc so far.
Well, you have to recognize that if you're Toronto, you need to apply pressure to the thrower when you're defending Greg Martin.
Dmitry Suvorov for the end zone, and James Pollard reaches through, gets the gold. Another hold for James Pollard. Paul Owens now up through the double team to Eric Nardelli.
Almost a brief triple team there. We saw Toronto warming up with this sort of defense to start.
Max Triffilis finds Colin Messina, who's looking deep for Campanella, and Campy's just going to run through that. Stonehouse now hasn't had the biggest night, but very solid with the disc in his hands. Puts one to Chris Chan. It's hanging, and Chris Chan plays it perfectly. He had the first shot at the disc. Mark Sands had the second, but Chan has the goal. Double team, Sean Mott and Jordan Ryan. able to work it out. Nice play there. And a huck here as Pollard smacks it and comes down with it. Time expired well before that throw went off, and there's going to be nobody in the area. Dustin Damiano will field it, and we're off in the second half.
Toronto again out in his zone to start.
James Pollard looking deep to Brandon Pastor, and Stonehouse gets in the way of that. Those were not. Greg Martin goes to the ground to reel that throw in. Back to Sean Mott. Those were not contested throws.
Oh, a third gift.
And a Callahan for Chris Chan as that disc just sailed right through the hands of Jordan Ryan. O'Donnell has it in the middle of the field to Comire. Comire finds Turner. Turner's got someone open in the end zone. And a low throw. Caught.
Philadelphia's got to keep their pressure up on defense.
A hammer. No play on that disc from Turcotte. And Matt Hanna just rips it away from him.
It's a tight play on a bad throw there. I think there was a little bit of incidental contact. I wouldn't have looked for a foul there.
Dustin Damiano gets an easy one this time. Up the line to Hanna, who's looking deep for Pollard, and Pollard reels it in. His first goal of the second half after his sensational first half. Just one turn that point, not like the first two. Philadelphia with the cleaner hold. Tight throw. A lot of tight windows here from Philadelphia as James gets it over to James Pollard to Greg Martin. Demo now coming all the way around for that. Like you said, doesn't stop moving. Jordan Ryan shooting deep for Greg Martin. Greg Martin makes the play.
Them good upfield looks from the handler spot.
Long throw from O'Donnell, and Phil Turner is open. He's going to put it in the end zone. Oh, what a grab! Toronto from Phil Turner on not quite a buzzer beater, but what a snag nonetheless. The tallest player in the area. Sometimes you just can't teach height. Pastor, when they've needed an outlet, has been there. A high one for Sean Mott, but caught, and Sean Mott's looking deep for Greg Martin. Greg Martin sticks his hand in front of Cameron Knox and comes up with the goal. I don't know, Dusty, how he managed that one.
It looked like he thought he was going to have to go up and sky for it.
Paul Owens. Back to Sean Mott. Philadelphia paying keep away. Mott throws a desperation scoober into the end zone, and Paul Owens is the only one that sees it. He'll get it, dish it to Prado. Colin Messino, stall getting high, he's got to get rid of it. And he manages to get the disc out of his hands. 6 seconds left, one more throw, and they've got it. Philadelphia will take the game 18-14. A 4-3 record